What's going on, everybody? This is Blockchain Bullz, and today we are going to revisit the current situation going on in the market, talk to you guys, put the good word out, see what you guys think, answer the question that's most commonly asked, which is, hey, is now a good time to buy? And so that's what I'm going to try to put into perspective. Here's the way I look at this, okay? If we look at the cryptocurrency market right here, you can see over the last 7 days, over the last 24 hours, we are definitely in a sea of red. If this market recovers and you buy this dip, especially on a lot of these altcoin positions, you will seriously be making some massive gains. Obviously, it goes without saying, if the market continues to dip and dip and dip and you buy the dip, it's just like catching a falling knife, and a falling knife comes out of the sky and it comes right down on you. So my overall outlook is we are still 75% more likely to be bullish than we are bearish. I give it a 25%, so it's 3-to-1 odds. I'm sticking with that. Nothing's changed, and that means there is a lot of buying opportunities if I have a more favorable bullish long-term position. Something that I wanted to point out, if you guys wanted some perspective, this is on bitcoinprice.com. If you go here, you have people predicting the price of Bitcoin. Now, predictions, there's no such thing as a as a Bitcoin prophet, but there are people who do pretty good predictions, but I like to call it forecasting. So you have Shervin Pishavar, he says 100,000 by next year. Thomas, he says 318,000. Thomas Fitzpatrick, 318,000 by next year. Winklevoss twins, they have Bitcoin, $500,000 by 2030. So, I mean, you're getting this idea of where Bitcoin's price can go. So, if you have a long-term perspective with this asset class and investing in this, then this is gonna help give you some perspective. Anthony Papalato, Pomp on Twitter, 250,000 by 2022. Chamath Palihapitiya, he says $1 million by 2037. 2037 is kind of far out, but as you know, as you get older, the years fly by. Wens Casares, he says 1 million by 2027. That's in just 6 years. Okay, so you've got a lot of different price projections coming in here, and most of them are bullish for the long-term prospects for Bitcoin. Now, most people, they like to get into altcoins because that's where they get a lot of the gains. So thanks to the 9 people who are already crushing up the likes and the 44 people who are watching. Now, I did create a Telegram. You guys can actually join the Telegram. I pinned that to the top. So if you guys want to join our Telegram, we are now on there, ready to go for you guys to actually communicate and stay up to date, because everyone was like, when the Telegram, what's going on with Telegram? So we created it. So people are saying half off, buy now. Yeah, and if we look at what people are saying, even Tyler Winklevoss here on Twitter, okay, he's saying Bitcoin at 49K equals opportunity. So he's still bullish. He's basically saying that there is an opportunity to buy this dip, and that's really big news. He's not the only one. You got Michael Saylor. He just released a MicroStrategy report, financial results for the first quarter of 2021 after the market closes on Thursday, April 29th, 2021, and host a live webinar. Okay, and he's also saying Bitcoin miners issue equity and debt so they can acquire and hold Bitcoin while minimizing taxes. Gold miners buy back equity and debt and issue dividends so they can sell and avoid holding gold while maximizing taxes. A curious dichotomy, but both strategies seem rational. He's obviously going after the concept of gold as a store of value, or the use case of gold. And it's really important if you're going to be in cryptocurrency. I know we got a lot of newbies out there. The reason I know we have a lot of newbies is because I did a poll on Blockchain Bullz here, and look at this. 51% of you who answered this have been in crypto for less than 6 months or less. 11% say brand new to crypto. Only 15% have been in over a year. And then since the 2017 bull run, 22% of you. So about 70% of this audience is brand new to crypto. So that's why we're really making these videos, because that tells me you guys are newbies. You guys want to know what's going on with the price of Bitcoin as things are unraveling. And here we go. We just crossed 50,000 again. Remember, people are anticipating a $44,000 Bitcoin in this case. But this is what chart analysts are saying, but some people are saying we might not even go below 48. 48 was the bottom. We'll see. But 43,844, that's a key support level here that everyone's kind of keeping an eye on. But some people, depending on who you ask, they say the bottom is in and we're about to rise up. I personally think that I would not be surprised if we have a stagnant remainder to the rest of April. And then in May, my anticipation is that May is going to be a really crucial, critical month for all of us. That's where I'm at with that. Someone said, got out in 2017 like a dum-dum, back in since last year, no bounce. Yeah, I mean, as someone who held all through 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, for a long time, I was regretting. I always had that moment, especially in like 2019, 2020. I was like, man, I should have sold at 12,000. I should have sold it. Why didn't I consider selling at 15,000? Why did I buy Bitcoin at 11,000? I would question all that. And obviously, when 2020, in particular Q4, the latter part of 2020 came rolling around, I was like, man, patience pays off. I was like, you hear that all the time. Patience pays off, and sure enough, it did in that case. So I'm just happy that I was still in it. And so I could see, if this bear market happens again, will that be the end of Bitcoin? Probably not, because Bitcoin is resilient and keeps coming. And I think they've said, how many times have they said Bitcoin's been dead? I mean, many times. So you could see right here on CoinDesk, Bitcoin leads sell-off across crypto boards as Biden tax plan bite. Bitcoin falls as Biden's plan to raise capital gains hurts or risk appetite. So people are saying that the Biden tax plan, the capital gains proposal to raise the taxes, is what caused this dip. But there's also a considerable amount of people who are saying, no, that should not be reason to cause the dip. It's institutional players basically taking profits to probably fudge up their balance sheets to create a nice quarter. Who knows? Maybe it's Square. Maybe it is partly MicroStrategy. I don't know for sure who's selling who's selling a good chunk of Bitcoin, but they take a little profit. It helps raise up their stock portfolio on Wall Street so they can report some big gains, which could ultimately lead to institutional investment coming in July. So just think like that. You got to think like an institution, and how you can because if you're looking at a profit sheet, it's not money in the bank until it's money in the bank. So if they say, oh, we bought Bitcoin at $10,000, we bought it at $25,000, and now it's up to here, it doesn't really count unless it's actually been sold, transacted, and money in the bank, right? So that's something that you have to consider, why these institutions do sell and take profits off the board. So that could be part of it, because there is also this large chunk of institutional money that's in the market that's just going to sit there and it's not going to move. Thanks to the 21 people who hit the likes. So let's see here. Some people are saying sometimes we FUD ourselves. The longer Bitcoin stays in this price range, the worse. Yeah, I mean, but we've seen this before, where Bitcoin will stay in this price range for about a week or so and then kind of bottom out. So there has to be I don't know if I agree with that statement, is what I'm saying. So sometimes you have to show bottom. The longer it runs sideways and bottoms, that's like it creates a new level of support. So it bottoming out could be a good thing. Now, if it keeps kind of downtrending slowly but surely, like we've seen over the last 7 days, where it's like boom, boom. So it's gradually selling off. That the longer that goes on, that is a bearish trend for sure. Someone said, Solana, very, very hot. Let's take a look. I mean, there's very few cryptocurrencies that are hot right now, but you're saying Solana is one of them. Well, actually, let's take a look here. Is anything hot right now over the last hour? We're not really seeing too much. Crypto.com's up a bit, but it got beat down. I mean, yeah, if you're buying altcoins right now, you're buying them on sale. So Tezos, you have Algorand, obviously. Compound's up over the last week. So Compound's I guess you could say recession proof. Where's everyone tuning in from right now? Someone said, what does FUD stand for? They said it stands for FUD, uncertainty, and doubt. Yeah, because a lot of you guys are new, I'll tell you guys some of the phrases. So FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. That's what it stands for, those 3 letters, F-U-D. Fear, uncertainty, doubt. FOMO stands for fear of missing out. So typically, you have people who FOMO, they chase pumps, and then you have FUD, which is people who sell dips and dumps. And you don't want to be that person. You want to buy the dips, sell the pumps. And that's just what successful investors do. All right, so we got people tuning in from Duluth, Lodi, California, London, Toronto, Ontario, and the bear market too. That's what I'm saying. Still a newbie. What does FUD stand for? That's what he was asking. So if you guys have any other questions like that, if you're a newbie and you want to know, so we got UK, we got Austin, Texas, Birmingham, England, Medellin, Colombia. Take it you're an expatriate. So what are you guys going to be doing during this market cycle here? I'm going to be getting ready to go out and do some hiking. That's what I typically do when the market goes sour. I don't sit around and pay attention to the market too much because there's nothing I can do but wait. If you look at Bitcoin dominance here, what do you guys think of dark mode? I like dark mode, I think, better than the overall, than the other color, white. So Bitcoin dominance is back at 50%. My personal portfolio has definitely drained out. Someone said, is any news on ADA? ADA is silent. I mean, these are opportunities for projects to make some noise, but hopefully when the market goes a little bit sour like this, they're in there working, you know. Fears of a major 50% correction send Bitcoin crashing under 50,000. Who wrote that? Forbes. Forbes is Forbes always comes out with Forbes. Bloomberg, they always come out with some of the most detrimental, crazy topics. But they're talking about Ripple and Cardano getting beat down. I mean, this is probably a good time if you have a long-term perspective to consider getting into Cardano. I was thinking about this morning. I was like, could something replace Bitcoin? Like, could the Bitcoin network be replaced? And one of the reasons why the Bitcoin network could be replaced is it's slow and it's expensive. So the next thing I think is, what network is fast and cheap? Well, obviously you have Binance, which is proven to be in a way, Binance network, even though it has probably the scammiest projects in all of cryptocurrency, it's like the fastest and cheapest network out there. But I don't really see how Binance could. Well, it could, I guess. We'll see. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to make this video, talk to you guys. I'm going to be going on a hike. Follow us on the Telegram. We did just put that link up there. We pinned it. You can also follow us on Twitter, where I did pin the link also on Blockchain Bullz right here. Where did I put it? Let me see if I can pin it. Join our Telegram. I will pin. How do I pin that? Oh, I'm not logged in. I have to pin it. But if you go on there onto our Twitter, Blockchain Bullz with a Z, you can actually go to our coin picks. And you can go to our Telegram. Yeah, that's our Telegram right there. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.